the universe, the greatest unknown in human history. But what if we're not the only ones trying to solve this mystery? What if someone solved it long before us? Welcome to What If Lab. Today, we explore a possibility humanity was never prepared for. We can reshape our planet. We place telescopes in orbit, send machines to Mars, split the atom. We alter our climate, reshape continents, build satellite networks that capture signals across the void. In our own scale, we seem advanced, or at least we think we are. But when we place ourselves on the Kardeshev scale, humanity becomes nothing more than a primitive spark in the dark, a species unable to harness the full power of its own planet, unable to touch the energy of its star, unable to comprehend the galaxy around it. In the cosmic sense, we are almost invisible. But what if, even in this primitive state, someone is watching us, and not with a telescope, but with a gaze capable of seeing an entire galaxy? Imagine a civilization that calculates the lifespan of stars, one that observes the behavior of black holes, one so advanced we couldn't even recognize it if we were staring right at it. The Kardashev Scale defines 3 levels. Type 1, a civilization that controls the energy of its entire planet. They harness storms, direct weather, shape their world like clay. Type 2, a species that surrounds its star with Dyson structures, capturing power on a scale we can barely imagine. Type 3, a civilization that commands an entire galaxy, guiding its energy like veins, sculpting cosmic structures as easily as we build roads. Humanity hasn't even reached one. In recent years, astronomers noticed something strange. The light of certain stars began to dim, not randomly, but in perfect rhythm. One star, then another, all echoing the same faint pattern. This could be natural, but being this synchronized is not natural. This is just a small clue, but in the right hands, it could be a signature. If a Type 3 civilization is observing us, they wouldn't watch from a planet. Planets are too small, too fragile, too limiting. They would build observation stations in deep space, interstellar data towers stretching across light years, megastructures orbiting black holes, drawing information from space-time itself, billions of sensors surrounding the galactic center, or technologies we don't even have words for. While we can only see light, they can see the entire story of the galaxy. So why would they watch us? Maybe for harmless reasons, to observe evolution, to map primitive species, to gather data from emerging planets. But there are darker possibilities. Threat assessment, identifying species that may one day become dangerous. Resource classification, evaluating which star systems are beneficial and which are expendable. And there is one more possibility, one we never want to consider. Maybe they're just waiting. But could we even detect them? Probably not. A Type 3 civilization could hide so perfectly that 1 trillion years of our technology wouldn't reveal a single photon. We can't see them with our most powerful telescopes, but they could measure the speed of our thoughts. The strange part is this: the starlight dips weren't random at all. It looked like a massive scanning wave, sweeping outward from the galactic center, hitting stars in perfect sequence. There is no natural process we know of that can cause this. Models show that this synchronized dimming is moving along the arms of the Milky Way, approaching the region where we exist. And when the scan reached our position, it stopped instantly, completely, as if it got what it came for. If humanity learned this tomorrow, the world would fracture. The internet collapses. News networks broadcast crisis coverage without pause. Governments hold emergency meetings. Religious leaders deliver warnings. Social media spirals into chaos. Scientists divide into two camps: those who say it's natural and those who whisper that it's preparation, a prelude, an early step in contact. Even if it was only a scan, humanity is not ready. And the strangest part, the part that keeps astronomers awake at night, is that the anomaly ended months ago. Not slowly, not gradually. It stopped, like a machine completing a task, like a process reaching the final step. If it truly was a scan, then the scan is complete. So the question now is simple and terrifying. If a Type 3 civilization scanned us, what comes next? Why would they examine a primitive species like us? What would be their next move? In the next episode, we dive into the darkest answer. Type 3 civilization. You're next. See you soon.